We have been
Police
working
Inspector
on
General
policies
Gregory
and
Coleman
procedures,
at the
looking at revision
Ministry
of
of
our
Information
trade
regular police
instructions and
briefing.
regulations to include
Welcome.
more
This is F1 Live from the Charles
sensitive
Prince Hall
aspects
here
of
at
it.
the Ministry of
And
Information,
there's
Culture,
been
Affairs and Tourism.
a lot of
IG Coleman
work
is now on the
behind the
podium.
scenes
Let's
engaging with
take a
international
listen.
partners who we are getting some positive responses in connecting with us to be able to combat not just crimes here in Liberia, but transnational crimes that affect other countries beyond our borders. We are working with all other security agencies, looking at our vulnerability, the new resiliency of the state, to see how we can control our spillover risk factor to other part of the sub-region, and just ensuring that we increase security in the nation. I would like to speak to one or two issues that are out there. One has to do with the gruesome murder of Miss Amanda Nebo, which event occurred on April 14th at about 12 midnight. That's a sad event that we don't wish for anyone. As part of our crime initiative, I mean, this is something that is very disheartening. We consider it one of those issues that has to be aggressively pursued, and is being aggressively pursued as we speak. To date, we have arrested one of the key suspects in the murder who has admitted his involvement, and he has given us names of additional suspects who were involved, and the police are after them right now as we are ongoing with this exchange here. So hopefully within a day or two, we should have the rest of them in custody. But beyond that, we're really concerned about the occurrences of crime in that area. So we are reviewing measures to put in place to try to curtail the situation and to keep people safe. These measures are being reviewed by the operations department right now. They're looking at what is the most feasible, apart from just the command structure and the deployment of additional resources to that area. We're looking at measures that will also include some form of curfew for riders, because the target in that area is mainly motorcycle. 2 days ago, someone came to my office and informed us of what they had witnessed driving on the road. She was driving along the Somalia Drive around 11:30, and she saw these two motorcyclists with cutlasses going after another one who was running for his life. So they had to go after them with a vehicle and try to run them off the road, and that's how they were able to save that person. So the crime focus in that area is more motorcycle based, so we're looking at all of the measures to put in place to keep riders and the passengers safe as well, while we do more engagement in the community, more proactive engagement to further deter the criminals. So we've reinforced all of these hotspots. We've looked at the limited data we've been able to collect, and the data is giving us information as per the time and occurrence of the crime, and it's on that basis that these decisions that we're reviewing will be made within the next 24 hours. Whatever the outcome will be, we will communicate with the general public as to what measures will be put in place to be able to support this initiative for the reduction of crime and the safety of the citizenry. We would like to caution motorists. The vehicle registration, license plate issue is one of those things that we are actively enforcing right now. And the Minister of Transport will be speaking to you. I didn't even know he was on this stuff for the day, but he's here, so I'll leave this part on. But we will be providing all of the necessary support for that enforcement as a joint collaborative effort in going after vehicles that are not registered. It's only responsible enough as part of people's safety campaign, as part of your responsibility, as part of the privilege you enjoy for using the road, that no one should have to run after you. It's only responsible enough that you go and register your vehicle. This is not something we should be begging you for, but we are here asking you to please do so, so that it limits the interferences with you and the police officer. If you have the vehicle registered, the stickers are there, you have your license plate, there's absolutely no reason why the police officer should stop you. And I know there have been cases where people say, oh yes, even sometimes our vehicle register, the police will still stop us. But sometimes challenge the process. Comply with them when they stop you. Take one step further. Reach to the professional standard division. Let them show reason as to why they engage you. But sometimes, I mean, people just don't even want to go there. They work with the officers, and sometimes even encourage bribery. But I want to remind you, bribery is a two-way street, the giver and the receiver. So while we're putting surveillance out there for our officers, it will also cover the giver as well. And if you're caught in that regard, you will be dealt with in accordance with the law. We've been holding a lot of stakeholder engagement at different levels with the communities, trying to build trust with the local communities and address issues of insecurities in different communities. We launched our community policing initiative on Sunday in Totoka County, commemorating the death from that December 26th accident, where safety tips were shared, additional information on the ongoing investigation that is not yet fully concluded, because we keep getting more information about it was revealed to us. So that particular community, they had their own concerns. We have immediately begun addressing the concerns of the community, and we are doing so with other communities who have got similar, not just the accident concern, but other security issues as well. We will be reaching out to schools, we'll be reaching out to churches, to mosques, at all levels of our community to connect with our people and be able to help build trust, which is one of those areas that we are seriously lacking. We've made some great efforts connecting with the international community at different levels, different governments. There's been some commitments for training, logistical support that we're looking into. We've begun to distribute uniforms with our officers in different areas, and we're looking at upgrading some systems, processes, and procedures that are not just part of our operations, but part of our interaction with the public. And that includes sorry, I lost it. It includes those services that people are always challenged about when they come to police station. And the main area there is the police clearance. I wanted to say it some other way, but then I just decided to pull back because there's a lot of contention in that area. But I can assure you that we will clearly communicate to you what the cost will be and the new processes, because now we're trying to take it online to limit human interferences, which has caused a lot of the corruption around that process. Because people do not even know what the actual price is, and they go there, whoever they meet, you're able to pay whatever they charge, and then sometimes they don't even get it within the time frame that they're looking at. So as part of the update, we're now clearing a container at the Freeport, which contains a complete computer database that will host our biometric collection, that we will be able to better match and reference people when we're giving police clearances, and then to be able to better store data and collect information from suspects that come within the criminal justice system. Responding to concerns from communities along the highway coming from Bomi to Monrovia, the police have launched a serious operations in that area. We've been monitoring the movement of vehicles and trucks. The concerns are more about trucks coming from the western cluster pulling iron ore into the port of Monrovia. Residents have been complaining about the excessive speed and the recklessness of the driver. So the police have put up a observation for the last 3 days, and it has been proven. Last night we had involved in exactly reckless driving, misuse of lane, and reckless endangerment of the lives of other road users. Over 84 trucks that were counted by the police. Out of the 84, we were able to pick up 15, and we are now communicating with the Western Cluster that they will have to send in the particulars of the rest of the trucks for ticketing. We've given them a ticket of $200 each, and we're now discussing with them safety measures to avoid future reoccurrences, because it's only a matter of time before we have a serious accident along that road that could claim the lives of a lot of citizens. So we are putting safety measures in place that will include escorting of the convoy through the city, and going forward, that every time they come to 4 Rivers, they get a police escort from there that brings them to the port and takes them back all the time. So those details are being worked out, but for now, I think in 4 trucks have been ticketed $200 across the board as the first warning signal to them while we continue to discuss other safety protocols. The incident at Salem Depot on the airfield is still being investigated, and that is the incident involving the death in the police cell. The suspect was found hanging from the bar in the early morning hours of Sunday night. The investigation involves the suspects who were in the cell and all of the officers who were on duty. They've been turned over to the officers have been turned over to the Professional Standards Division to look into their own procedures as to how that depot is being managed, how that case was being investigated to arrive at the charge that even put that had a suspect under detention, and what actually happened in the cell. So when we get more information about that, we will come back and give you all additional briefings as per that investigation. As far as it relates to Kinjo, I announced the other day that has been completed. It's been forwarded to the Minister of Justice. We've recommended that since it's police officer involved shooting, the police have a civil oversight body, the civilian oversight board, and we've asked that that report be forwarded to the civilian oversight board for further review, because they're independent. It's an independent body outside of the police, so that they can give it a second eye to verify. Because if we just come up with it, there will be a lot of contention. Say, oh, it's the same police officer investigating themselves. So we subjected ourselves to the civilian oversight board to give a final report on that incident. The criminal aspect of it is still being under investigation. We're waiting for D-Mountain to come and fully represent it, give us a value of what was destroyed, and then we can continue from there. However, every opportunity I get, I continue to sympathize with the community for the loss of life, and we're looking forward to working closely with them so as to lay to rest those who were involved in that fatal incident.